This is a set of Honda Jazz door cards. And these are a set of Honda Jazz rear seats. But they're not just any old Honda Jazz seats. These are owned by a popular YouTuber called Jack Mcneill. Jack's channel focuses on well-structured and edited DIY and modified car builds. You'll know him from his famous pink and black Nissan Micra that his TikTok followers told him to build. But the current build he's working on is his Honda Jazz Type R. Now Honda never made a Jazz Type R, but Jack's upgrading his Jazz with aftermarket and Type R parts with his vision. If Honda ever made a Jazz Type R, this is what it'd look like. After swapping out the engine for a K20, upgrading the brakes, exhaust, body kit and much more, it was time for him to start building the interior. So he approached me with help from some of my subscribers who recommended my work to him. We ironed out some details. After that I got to work. Here's the kicker. I haven't been given much time to do these seats, and this project could go horribly wrong if I don't complete them in time. In order to keep up with Jack's upload schedule, I need to complete these door cards and the rear seats by the weekend. That includes ordering the material as well. But we're not really going to get any work done sitting here talking to the camera. So let's crack on with these seats and door cards and see how we get on. The standard Honda Jazz door cards and seats are a little bit boring and a little bit plain. So we're going to strip down the centre fabrics and replace it with a red material to replicate a Honda Type R car. As you can see, we have 4 panels on the rear seats and 4 panels for each door card. I decided to make a start on doing the door cards first, but before doing any work, I spent some time inspecting the panel I'm going to work on to see how I'm going to tackle it, as any mistake we make now could render these door cards useless and Jack will miss his upload. With these door cards, you can see there are 2 different textures. We have the outer black section and the centre fabric section. To replicate the EP3 Civic Type R, I'm going to trim the centres in red suede. Due to the time constraints, it was impossible for me to find the original fabric sourced and delivered in time, so we went for the next best thing. Before we can do any trimming, we need to strip the door cards down. First up is the door handle, which is held on by Phillips screws at the back of the door card. Next we need to remove the upper door card weather seal by bending out these tabs and sliding the trim out. To separate the centre panel from the outer, we need to break off all of these plastic welds holding the 2 together. Make sure we keep as much as possible so we can glue it back once it's all wrapped. Panels now separated, I can remove the original fabric, which was very satisfying. Next we lay the panel down on the red fabric and cut out the panel shape. After that we can glue the fabric to the panel and glue the panel to the outer door card piece. I then installed all the trims in reverse order and sat back and admired the work. Alright guys, that is all of the door cards complete. I cannot wait to see these fitted in the car with all of his Type R bits. It's really going to tie the interior together. So let's crack on with the rear seats now, and hopefully we can get them done in time. When Jack first approached me, it was less than a week. By the time we'd ordered the material, by the time it came up and dropped off all of the stuff, we didn't have much time left. I need you guys to smash that subscribe button and like, and I need some good luck as well. I really don't want to have to let him down, but it might go over the time, which means he's going to miss his upload. Fingers crossed we can still do it in time. Now we're going to crack on with the rear seats. Going to start stripping the seat down. We need to separate the base from the back. We also need to start removing trims at the bottom where the material wraps around. Take the material apart and then obviously sew in the new red stuff to match the door cards. Before we can start trimming, just like the door cards, we need to do some prep beforehand. So the first thing we need to do is unbolt the seat base from the seat back so we can remove the seat covers. To do this we need to remove the 2 main plastic trims, which are held on by a Phillips screw and a pine cone trim clip, and the final trim, which is just held on by a Phillips screw. Once the trims are removed, you'll get access to the main bolts holding the 2 seat sections together. You have 2 14mm bolts on the driver's side and a 12mm nut on the passenger side. Once these have been removed, the seat can easily come apart. the seat apart, I started stripping the fabric off the seat base by unhooking the clips from the frame and separating the cover from the foam as it's glued together. I definitely wouldn't recommend attempting this unless you're confident or have a spare set of seats, as the glue is so strong the foam can rip off with the cover attached. With the cover separated from the foam, I can start making the templates and carefully de-stitch the original centre fabric to replace with the red suede. With all the prep work finally done, we can make a start sewing the red suede on the original seat cover. I'm using an industrial grade sewing machine to achieve better results. Now the cover is sewn together, I can start gluing the material on the foam. Once I'm happy the placement is all okay, I can start fitting everything back up in reverse order. Here we go guys, so we have done one seat section now, seat back and a seat base. I think the most satisfying thing about this job is seeing something that looks boring and old and transforming it into something else. Granted it's only the centres, but I can't wait to see these in Jack's car. So tomorrow obviously we're going to be starting on the other side. We're going to apply the same logic we did with this seat, only that there's an extra centre section, so it's just a little bit more involved, but it's just the same process over again. Jack is asking for an update. I'm going to prank him just to make him worried and act like everything's gone bad. But I don't want to do it yet, because if something goes bad then I've just jinxed myself. So I'm going to wait for that, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that, because I want to see his reaction to it. Let's crack on to the other side and then we'll get this finished up and get it ready for collection. If any of you guys want any seat upholstery, trimming, plastics, dashboard, centre consoles, everything interior related, give me a message in the link in the description. And if this doesn't deserve a subscribe, I don't know what does. But let's crack on. We're at the home stretch now, only one more seat to go. Despite the time crunch, we're cracking on making sure these seats are ready for Jack to make a video on. The wider seat is definitely more tricky to do when installing the cover, but we managed to make it work. I've used a snippet from Jack's video to show you guys the final look, but I definitely recommend watching the full video on his channel, as there's a lot more to it than just the interior. If you think we did a good job and you think Jack will enjoy it, do subscribe and like the video. I'm trying out a new format focusing on a lot more voiceover content, so I can talk through the steps in greater detail and educate you guys as I go along. So if you enjoy this style more, do let me know in the comments and I'll carry this over to my videos going forward. I also want to say a big thanks to the subscribers who recommended me to Jack. It really means a lot and will help grow this channel even bigger, so we can do bigger and better content. Okay guys, we have completed Jack's car. I'm knackered. I've not ate very much. I've been working really hard to get these seats done by the deadline, which was already a tall order in itself, but we still managed to make it work. I like to have a little bit of fun with people, so I'm going to give him a call now. I'm going to tell him the seats aren't going to be ready. We'll see what his reaction is.
Hello mate, you alright?
You're right. I've got some good and bad news for you. Do you want the bad news first?
Good and bad news, yeah, hit me with the bad news first.
So you're not going to hit your upload on Sunday?
Okay, that's fine. I've already kind of delayed it in my head anyways, that's fine.
I'm not going to be able to do it by then, I'm afraid.
So when will you be able to get it done?
Well, that's the good news. The good news is I've already done it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh fucking hell, fair play.
I'll mess around with you a little bit. Yeah, it's all done.
Holy shit, that's unreal.
Yep.
Fair. So we got any photos?
Yeah, send you some over. It's not the best lighting because it's in my spare room, but yeah, I'll send you some over.
Oh mate, that's unreal.
I thought you'd be pleased.
Oh mate, yeah, I'm pleased. Right.
You need to jiggle your plans together now, don't you?
Yeah. It's okay. Alright, mate, that's unreal. you, man.
No problem at all.
Let's have a look. I'm eager to see the magic you worked on these pieces.
All I'm saying is these are going to look insane when they're in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with your seats, hoping the shade is similar, they're going to look unreal.
Mate, can I give you a call back in just 1 second?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, 2 seconds.
Alright, bye bye. Anyway, so what we're going to do, guys, we're going to wait for Jack to come and pick these up. Once he's put them in his car, obviously I'll wait for his video to be uploaded. Alright guys, that has been Jack's seats. Remember, if anybody wants any trimming, upholstery, headlinings, door cards, anything interior based, give me a message in the link in the description. If you enjoyed the video as well, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.